There was a bid that slipped our notice, but there's still time to seize it. This is the last one. But for many investors, this is a huge risk that might cost millions of dollars. We should thus determine my meaning. In the realm of cryptocurrencies, yesterday was an absolutely thrilling roller coaster ride. The market went into a tailspin after a shocking revelation, and in the span of one morning, approximately $300 million worth of leveraged positions were liquidated. The recent Bitcoin event has simply added gasoline to the fire, showcasing how unpredictable this environment can be. Everyone needs to be extra careful in the coming days. Market fluctuations are likely to occur, but yesterday's events weren't limited to that. Actually, a far more significant event transpired. Yesterday, something seemingly little occurred in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. It was shocking that Shiba Inu influencers chose not to mention it at all. While it's not often that good news goes unreported, there was one crucial aspect that no one saw, making this news much more significant than anybody first thought. The fuck? Although it may appear dull at first look, a fresh possibility has been presented by SBC Trade, the cryptocurrency business of SBI Japan. They just released a new service that accepts Shiba Inu and a handful of other cryptocurrencies as payment. Imagine ignoring a small ding on your car until you find out it's actually a warning sign of a bigger issue lurking underneath. The news was published on their official X account and described on their blog by SBI, who released it straight from the source. Investors in Shiba Inu Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash can take advantage of RentCoin lending service. You can rent out your Bitcoin assets that you don't plan to sell soon in return for rental fees while the loan is in effect. According to SBI, this is just for those who want a side hustle without selling their Bitcoin. This is very much like finding someone willing to read your prized books in exchange for a little fee so you can keep your collection secure at home and still earn some money. To top it all off, this is really the origin story of the library industry. A large portion of the Shiba Inu community could be interested in this chance because over 3/4 of token holders have no plans to sell their tokens in the near future. Though exciting in and of itself, the revelation is made all the more so by the fact that this opportunity is being provided by a bank. You have heard that, I assure you. Hold on a second. Don't banks typically despise cryptocurrency? And I agree with you. Indeed, many financial institutions aren't indeed supporters of cryptocurrency, and we're not referring solely to local financial institutions. Even some major players aren't huge fans. If you're still confused, a Twitter user explains the fundamental issue with banks in simple terms, and I hope that helps. They recounted an incident in which even ostentatiously crypto-friendly institutions frozen customers' accounts due to cryptocurrency transactions. As an example, there has been a noticeable uptick in the number of restricted or frozen accounts held by crypto experts in the UK. Surprisingly, this encompasses financial institutions such as Revolut, renowned for offering services that are crypto-friendly. The user explains that they experience fees and account freezes after transferring Ethereum to their personal wallet using the Revolut app. This incident illustrates the fine line in the United States and the problems with users' control over their own money. Customers of traditional banks who have used digital assets for a long time are seeing their accounts canceled, putting them in a difficult position where they must decide between meeting legal requirements and providing outstanding customer service. Crypto investment processes may be delayed as a result of UK legislation that aimed to increase consumer safety by raising concerns about intentions and openness. Positive friction. The article emphasizes the tension between traditional banks and the growing Bitcoin sector. A user rightly voiced their displeasure with banks freezing Bitcoin accounts and called for more openness and user agency over their own funds. Numerous members of the Bitcoin community hold this view, which is undeniably advantageous and in line with the principles of client empowerment, financial independence, justice, and accountability in banking. But there are ethical concerns regarding the justice and reliability of financial institutions brought up by the continuous freezing of Bitcoin accounts by banks. The issue of prejudice against those engaged in lawful and legitimate Bitcoin activity is also brought to light. Such measures have the potential to erode trust in conventional financial systems and perpetuate sentiments of unfairness or exclusion among crypto fans. Things are about to get interesting from here on out. Big banks like JP Morgan were headed by CEO Jamie Dimon, who was notoriously against cryptocurrency and advocated for its abolition. But as you might expect, Dimon's status as an authorized participant in the Bitcoin spot ETF was just made public. When this information first leaked, it sparked some heated debates among Bitcoin enthusiasts and created quite a commotion. Isn't it a little bit puzzling? While banks are happy to profit from cryptocurrencies for themselves, they appear to despise it since it grants users too much independence. I don't think this is proper. Banks should stick to their guns and treat their clients equitably no matter what. Inconsistency like this damages consumers and the crypto community's faith in the banking sector. Despite their official stance on cryptocurrencies, something intriguing is happening as SBI Bank rolls out new cryptocurrency services, such as this one with Shiba Inus and lending. There are two schools of thought on the topic of cryptocurrency. Those who believe all banks will eventually accept it wholeheartedly, and those who see it more as a concealed threat. Bitcoin prices and adoption are likely to keep going up as long as banks keep adding new Bitcoin services before they may withdraw. Let's go back to when we were talking about how over $300 million has been spent. Even if the cryptocurrency market as a whole has taken a nosedive this week, the Shiba Inu price has remained remarkably stable above the 42 level. The rising news and the Middle East's ability to sow anxieties and uncertainty among investors have been implicated in this fall, which amounts to more than $50 billion. Nevertheless, the Shiba Inu has shown remarkable perseverance by avoiding a catastrophic setback in spite of all this upheaval. Immediately sold off. If something goes wrong, Shiba Inu dealers can lose up to $1 million according to analysts. An indicator of Shiba Inu's resiliency is the behavior of the company's investors. According to data stored on the blockchain, investors have opted not to cash out their Shiba Inu coins but instead have kept them. By selling into market fear, uncertainty, and doubt, they are positioning themselves for potential future benefits rather than giving in to the turbulent market conditions. Shiba Inu tokens, with a market value of almost $9 million, have been relocated to cold storage from wallets hosted by exchanges throughout the last week. Additional information regarding investor sentiment can be gleaned by examining the movement of Shiba Inu coins across different exchanges. The removal of tokens from easily traded marketplaces has reduced general selling pressure on exchanges, allowing Shiba Inu to maintain its current level. The current status of the market can also be gleaned via liquidation maps. Long positions now exceed short ones, indicating a clear shift towards more bullish attitude among leveraged traders according to the data. To put it another way, when these variables are considered, the majority of derivatives, the Shiba Inu price is expected to rise soon according to traders. Shiba Inu prices are expected to grow another 10%, which might lead to liquidations for short sellers that could cost over $1 million. Despite this, the forecast for the breed is looking good. It looks more probable that the Shiba Inu price would go towards 10% gains now that the bulls have such a large position in the market. Folks need to be very careful, because liquidations can cost over $1 million. With the comments that follow, the film comes to a close. Please select one of the videos displayed on the screen to watch more. It would be my pleasure to hear what you have to say. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and drop a comment to help me out with YouTube's algorithm. By forwarding this story to as many people as possible, you can also aid in its dissemination.